Counterpunch Media Live in 3, 2, 1.
Live from the Counterpunch Studios in Columbus, Ohio, you're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy on IPMNation.com. If you're not going to Mortal Up, why not just stay in bed?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is not a drill.
Warning, All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy is designed to shake your sense of self to the core.
It's full contact psychology with an empowering twist, a philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
Welcome, and thank you for stopping by. Whatever time of day it is, whether you're stopping by, welcome with me. As always, the gong heard round the world. I like to think of it as your snooze alarm's sworn enemy. Radio that sparks your smart. Broadcasts that build your strong and help to unleash your legendary. Because if you're still here, make no mistake, we believe, there's a lot of people believe, scientifically proven, that you have a legend to let loose. And to that end, we're serving up the best thoughts in the history of thinking. Drop the mic, exclamation point. End of text. So what do you say? Here's your opportunity to mortal up, to crush your cant and your critics. Smack them around on your way out. So what do you say? Let's go kick in some doors. We've got a really, a big episode this morning. So what is today? Like Tuesday. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and one more day. So this is the fifth, the countdown to the 5 last live shows here for a while. So, you know, I got that going for me, right? Only 5 left, and we're going to do some tape shows when I head over to the Columbus Cranium Shack and Drug Hut. You may know it as the Columbus Cranium Shack and Needle Emporium, but I'll be heading over there. Oh, good golly, a week from today I'll be under the Dremel. See if they can stop this leak. I saw, and I shouldn't say it out loud because if this person is listening, they're going to go, "Oh, now you're making fun of me." They put up a picture yesterday on Facebook of some pipes leaking, and I go, "Get in line, sister. I've had pipes leaking for 2.5 years now, thanks to the crack staff." Well, we won't go into that. But speaking of the crack staff, let me give a quick shout out. Oh, and I need a favor today as well. We got a special guest calling in. So I should put that up on the screen. Let's do this real quick. You know what, special guest? If you need the number, why don't you text me 3 exclamation points in a row, right? It'll just be between us. No one else will be, no one else will be paying attention. So just text me, or, here in the thread, 3 exclamation points in a row, and then I'll know to put out the number, and you can give me a call. Also, I need, if you would, a favor here later this morning. You know, in light of the fact that 104.9 The River here in Columbus, which I'm not allowed to say, mind you, so forget that I say that. And I'm giving up my alibi. You know, if they fix me next week, I'm not going to have amnesia anymore. I'm not going to be able to say, "Oh, yeah, I don't remember." I don't remember saying 104.9 The River here in Columbus, Ohio. Well, I don't remember saying those call signs in their name, but don't forget, those were the ones, kumbaya for everybody but me, the ones that wouldn't even let me come in to volunteer. I was going to trade them. I'll empty the trash, I'll vacuum, I'll dust, as long as you don't tell anyone around that I know that I do housework. I'll do all those things, and all you got to do is let me come in, quiet as a mime. Quiet as a field mouse, I promise. Just let me sit and see how you work the board, what you do, and this and that. And then crickets never got back to me, never even bothered replying to my email. You got big things going on if you're 104.9 The River here in Columbus, Ohio. You got big things to do, right? As I said, kumbaya for everybody but me. So now I have a new plan, and I think I need your help in exacting this new plan, but we'll get to that before too long. Also, thank you to Matt Connerton We're working out this timing thing to get everything. When did figure 5 shows left to go before I go into the skull Dremel, and then we're finally working out some timing things. So we'll see if we can pull that off this morning. Of course, don't forget we have which I'm very excited about, the Up in 30 guarantee. You heard it here first. So this way, when the morning show's over and you go, I don't know how I'm going to get through the day without my episode, right? The daily episode of All Natural Being. I just don't know. I don't know how I'll do it. Well, now we have our Up in 30 guarantee. So if you're catching the on-demand, and believe me, there's some demand, right? There's some demand. The on-demand broadcast, rebroadcast of our show on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, that kind of thing. But if you're like, oh, no, I need to get it right away, top of the hour, 30-minute guarantee. I don't know what happens if we don't make the guarantee. I'll send you a bumper sticker. I think that's the way it goes. And unless you're in Alaska and Hawaii, and then all deals are off, I guess is what I'm supposed to say. But Up in 30 guarantee, we've got that going. Oh, and also before we do that, don't forget, if you want to give us a call this morning, 833-MIND-UPS or 833-646-3877. Give us a holler. We'd love to catch up. Now, I mentioned this yesterday over on Facebook. You know, as one would, when you're going through, you know, you're getting ready, you got 5 days left, as you go, oh, here's the shoebox. What's in that shoebox? I found some old pictures. Can you say cheese? So I threw that up on Facebook, and yeah, believe it or not, that's me shortly after law enforcement. I was doing a movie. I was a stand-in, basically. I was the body double. You're a lot bigger than I am, but I was the body double for Jeff Goldblum. No, not in The Fly. That's very good, but what was it called? Oh, Framed. It was an HBO movie. I lived in Los Angeles at the time. We'll go over that some other point, but I just saw this and I go, how cheesy can a mustache be? I mean, look how perfectly penciled that mustache is. Good golly. So, yeah. And everyone's going, oh, Jeff Goldblum. I didn't know he was that big a guy. Yeah, he was a weightlifter. He's a big boy. So my job was whenever Jeff didn't want to stand, right? They didn't want to tire him out. They didn't want to stand under the lights. They'd holler for me, and I'd go in and they'd light the scene and test the audio and do everything else. So I was like his stand-in, B team, I guess, or whatever, second team, however that goes. But I just looked at that picture and go, wow, nice stare into the camera, Brian. One was the first thing that caught my eye. And two was just how painted on. I'd love to say that mustache was all about the makeup, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That was my real attempt back in the days of Miami Vice. Although I don't know if any of them had mustaches, but in any event, there's my award. All right, so let's jump into the thread real quick. I know we're going to be getting a caller. I hope we're going to be getting a caller here in a little bit, because we struck a bit of a nerve yesterday when it came to talking about overly pregnant women being bridesmaids, and is it right or wrong for the bride to then say, oh, well, the pregnant bridesmaid stole the show, so I'm going to stick her with a tab. And you'd think, well, there's all kinds of stories like this, not just this one, but stuck her with a tab for $38,000. Got it. Okay, cool. Stuck her with a tab for $38,000. So a friend of mine called yesterday and said, technically, I rang her, but she said, oh, yeah, I've got an opinion on these lowlifes making headlines. And then, so what we're going to do today is she'll be giving us a call. We'll kind of kick it around. So if you want a chance to, jump in or vote, we'll go from there. But before she does, let me say hello to Dayna. Dayna, nice to see you as well as Kathy and Tim. Thank you for watching. Jennifer, good morning to you as well. Thank you for the emojis. And Lee Rowley from Sales Copy Academy, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And for the Crush Your Can't, I think of you every time I say that. Good morning, Ryan Winterhawk Armstrong. Good morning to you as well. Porn stash, love it. I know. Bow chicka wow wow, right? But no, I don't. Frame wasn't a porn movie. Thank God, I never would have gotten the part, right? I'm Irish. Where am I going with that? So that's it, right? So that was my that was the cheesy mustache kind of thing. And then also there was something else I was going to tell you. 104.9 The River. I'm not supposed to say that. What else? Oh, hey, listen. If you want to give us a text, you can do that too. 833-646-3877, 833 Mind-Ups. If you're on your way out the door, you know how to hit us up with the QR code. I'll put that up, and we'll take, let me see, where are we here? Oh, we'll take it here. Okay, we'll take a quick call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to All Natural Being. Who is this?
This is Dayna Lee.
Dayna Lee, how are you? Nice to see you. I tried to get a little graphic worked up for you, but I'll have a graphic for tomorrow morning just to say that you were calling in. But so I know you have an opinion about yesterday's low life making headlines, but we also have a major announcement for you too. So you're unique as a calling guest because you're both a special guest and you're the big breaking news. So, you know, just kind of wrapping it all up into one. So why don't we start with the low life's making headlines? Here's the deal. Oh, good morning, first off, and thank you for calling in. Please say hello to Gabriel for us. First and foremost, so there's this heavy, not heavy, but right, I imagine she's a little heavier than she was, but an overly pregnant lady shows up at a wedding, happens to be the bridesmaid. Apparently they needed, you know, it must have needed a bigger dress, I'm assuming. And so now the bride is suing her for upstaging her big day. Now, I know you're thinking, what the pregnant lady ended up saying, oh, it's always been you, and she ended up bumping the bride out of the way and gets married to the groom? No. This $38,000 lawsuit is just because the pregnant lady is standing there in line being pregnant, and the bride felt as if she was being upstaged, right? That all the attention was on the pregnant lady. So, Dayna, what say you? I can tell from that laugh. Here we go. What say you?
I personally think that wedding, that marriage is doomed before it even starts for someone to be so selfish, to not think about the marriage and the vows and what she's doing, that she's getting insulted by her friend being pregnant.
So I wasn't that far off base, was I?
Not at all.
At least not in this instant. Not in this instant, because I'm thinking, what's the poor groom? Like, I know mansplaining, right? And so I'm looking at it from a male perspective. If you're the guy and you're busy doing the vows, and your bride to be, or your wife here in a couple of seconds, once the shindig's over, is gritting her teeth and her eyes are rolling, and you could see her pulse pounding out in her neck, all because one of the bridesmaids is stealing the show. What show is there? Are you not there to be married? Are you not there to go, yeah, this is the person, this is the, you know, if you're the guy, this is the chick, if you're the chick, this is the dude, right? Whatever the language is, you're just supposed to be into that particular person, not that your wedding is being upstaged. What are you, a YouTube star? What are you, an influencer? What is wrong with you?
I would think it's a lack of maturity, for sure. And I'm sitting here just shaking my head thinking, here I am single, and women like this are getting married. I mean, pretty difficult to fathom.
See, you're a nice person.
I think she's very selfish.
Yeah, she's very selfish. I like selfish more than immature. Because you say, oh, she's immature. Oh, she needs a little bit of growing up to do. No, she's a lowlife making headlines here on All Natural Being. No sympathy, right? You'd figure you'd work all this stuff out. Like this punter here. I saw a punter at Ohio State proposing the other day, dropped to a knee during a game. What is he, like a junior in college? And I'm thinking, God love people that get married when they're junior in colleges, but don't you want to work a few things out? Like, what are you going to do if a pregnant woman shows up to be a bridesmaid and you feel like you're being upstaged? It just didn't seem to make any sense to me whatsoever.
I mean, there could be a lot of things going on psychologically, like maybe she was hating her friends from the gate, and then all of a sudden, you know, she's getting married, and how dare she come in? You know, women unfortunately have frenemies with other women. So as much as they love to love them, they also love to hate them.
Okay.
That could be an aspect of where the bride is coming from. But that's just no class whatsoever. Yeah, no class whatsoever. If you're as happy as you are and you're supposed to be getting married, enjoy your day.
Yeah, and the poor groom's got to be going, what am I getting myself into? I'm just thinking. I'm just wondering, right, if that would be the case. Because
I would tell him, run.
I would tell him,
run, brother, run.
Run. Drive that car like you stole it, right? I got you. Let me say hello to Janice. Janice, good morning. Kenneth, good morning as well. Karen, good morning. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. I super appreciate it. We're on with Dayna Lee. So, Dayna, I think you and I are on the same page here, that the low-life making headline is anyone that feels like you can be upstaged. Good morning to you as well. Look at you working the phone and the text lines. You ought to be a producer here, because I certainly haven't figured out how to do it, Dayna. So now let's jump to the big, and I mean big, breaking news. Take it away.
Oh boy, you put me on the spot.
I know,
Brian.
right? I know. Well, listen, let me say, everyone, she was not the pregnant bridesmaid in line. She's not the one being sued for $38,000, right? That's great news. It's not you, right? But now the big. Oh, hey, wait a minute. You know what? I can do this if you like. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Oh, and by the way, you should know I got a real symbol now, so that when I go like this. You ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay. And
A real symbol. So if you go, okay, drum roll, and I have to work two hands to do this. All right, there you go. Nothing but the greatest sound effects. Unlimited budget here at All Natural Being. All right, drum roll with the symbol. Dayna Lee, take it away.
I am very happy to announce how I've been inspired by Brian Brawdy
Oh, well, thank you, my friend.
to create a radio station here in New York, talking about the psychology and life coaching and social work and just how to model up.
Very nice, thank you.
And get through the day. And it will be on 106.3 FM here in New York.
106.3
Rochester Free Radio.
Very nice. 106.3. All right, please tell me, because now I'm going to have to be like the bride going, oh, I can't believe she did that. You're not on in the mornings. You're not on in the mornings from 7 to 8, are you? I just didn't. You're not announcing this thing to upstage me on my big day, are you?
No, I have nothing but love for you,
thank
Brian.
you, sister. I appreciate it. As I do you.
To a friend.
As I do you. Oh, I'd do it to a friend in a heartbeat, but I just want to make sure you weren't going to do it to me. Okay, so 106.3 FM, that's great, right?
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Yes. And do you have a name of the show, or do you have like a time slot?
Real Deal with Dayna Lee on 106.3.
Real deal. So let me ask you a question. Do you want a Z-list celebrity to go, hey, you're listening to Dayna Lee on 106.3 FM, The Real Deal? I know a Z-list celebrity.
I would love that.
Okay, great. Then it's done. I'll do it. They'll go, who the hell is Brian Brawdy? What are you talking about? But yeah, I'll do that out for you. Now, when is this going to start? Because I need to be tuning in for The Real Deal.
It will start on April 29th.
April 29th, okay.
I'm going to be doing a little training in the studio, which is great. And it's just going to be, being a survivor with PTSD, just kind of talking about some of the things that I've learned on how to not so quickly react and kind of control my triggers and help other people. And I'm all about healing through humor because I do the comedy.
You do the stand-up, that's right.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to help somebody. Just one person, I'd be happy.
Well, Thoreau has that, to know even one life, at the end of his poem, Success, to know that even one life is breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. You remember the poem that starts off to laughed often and much to win the respect of, blah, 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 blah. Well, the final sentence is to know even one life is breathed easier because you have lived. So that's great. So now I got a couple questions now. You can't just drop that bombshell and run. Let me say hello to Chris. Chris, thank you for joining us. And Ian from across the pond. Ian, I'm going to need a Brexit report sometime soon because heaven forbid you have politicians that actually do what the electorate wants. So Janice says my favorite poem. Thank you, Janice. Me as well. One of my favorites for sure. Okay, so I clued in on this word because Dayna, I'm in this mess learning how to, play like drum rolls and my own cymbals because the good folks at 104.9 The River here in Columbus, Ohio, decided it's Kumbaya, right there, a Christian radio station, Kumbaya for everybody but me. And they wouldn't invite me into the studio. Brother Wallman, good morning. They wouldn't invite me into the studio to learn. So I heard you say two words. You said 106.3 FM Rochester. And you also said in the studio. So now I'm thinking, the heck with the people at 104.9 The River. Why don't I? And it's not like, right, I'm asking you in public, right? So it's not like you have to live up to this, right? You don't have to feel any pressure. But why don't I just come to you once they give me my driver's license back? Once they give me my driver's license back, because if you're in a studio, you can teach me all this stuff.
It's really easy. And you know what? Those stupid people are missing out on you. They
Says
probably
the-
wanted you to wear a French maid outfit. And
Oh,
because you
I have
didn't
the legs
agree,
for it.
they wouldn't let you do it.
I do have the legs for a French maid outfit, let me say. But you say, oh, it's easy. Not for a guy with a hole in his head. I can tell you that much right now. Okay, the second word I clued in on is, you said 106.3 FM. Did you say Rochester?
Rochester Free Radio.
Rochester
Yep.
Free. Now, does that mean I only have to drive to Rochester, or am I driving to the Big Apple? Okay, cool. So once I get my driver's license back, right? Once they, because this is, I have to tell you, can I give you another quick little story? Do you mind? Can I give you one more?
Sure.
So this
Please,
morning
I'd
I
love
decide
hearing
to, thank you, my friend. This morning I decided to run out and get gas for Ashley. Right, so she doesn't have to worry about going to the gas pumps. It's like 39 degrees here this morning. Thank God spring arrived. I'm just thrilled. So I decided to run to the gas station and get her gas this morning because I don't like her having to stop on the way to work. And then your hands smell like gasoline all day long. And you know what I mean?
So
Plus, I just don't
sweet.
like her getting out early in the morning when it's dark. And so in any event, I get up and I run and I do it. So I pull into the front lane, right where the glass windows are, and I make eye contact with the teller, who sees me all the time. Make eye contact with the teller, and I go, I'm going to hit, thumbs up. It's me. Don't worry. I'm not going to drive off. I'm going to hit the pay inside button. And here's the reason why I do that. Because, one, you and I both know Ashley never listens to the show, but the reason that I hit the pay inside button is I can go in, I can get gas, and I can hide whatever beverage I'm drinking that morning. Like if it's a Monster or this or that, because I program it into the total cost of whatever the gasoline is, right? But if you pay at the pump and then you go in and do it, she goes, wait a minute, that's exactly what a Monster costs. What are you trying to pull here? So what I do is I say, I'll get you $20 in gas, and I end up getting like $19 and 40 some odd cents worth, and then the rest, because they give me free refills of Diet Coke. So to jumpstart in the mornings, right, I have all my potions and everything else, but prior to the surgery, they don't allow me to take the potions anymore. So I go, great, I'll fix your wagon. I'll drink all the Diet Coke and Monster that I want. So that's why I do it, right? That's my little accounting scam. I mean, I'm not Laughlin, right? I don't know how to pull off real accounting scams, allegedly. Right? Yes, Janice says you're not supposed to be driving. I know that's the truth. But in situations like this, it's like it's 3/4 of a mile away. I don't think they're worried about amnesia hitting in that 3/4. And then I figure they also think, how far could he really get? If that's where he's going, he's coming back. So that's why I only do that with close. Excuse me. So this morning, daily, I make the thumbs up. I make the eye contact, everything else. I go. I start pumping in gas. And I hear this voice from behind me, this loud, booming voice. And I go, that's it. I'd already died. I just had a stroke. Who knows where I'm on my way to. But it's the teller going, okay, don't forget to come inside and pay when you're done pumping. I'm right here. He could have knocked on the window and gotten my attention. But I got to tell you, with only 5 days left before this surgery, 7 days, whatever it is, yeah, I can't be subject to loud voices booming in from behind me because I think I'm tapping out. I literally thought in that moment, I go, this is it. I died in the parking lot of a gas station for Meyer. But at least I died doing something for another human being.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Thank you, Janice. My sister, Dayna, you should know my sister just said most accidents happen within a mile of home. Well, geez. Thank you, Janice.
Good morning, Miss Janice.
Thank you so very much for that. Brett Cran says the jig is up. I know. Well, then I'm thinking, okay, great. I got busted trying to run an accounting scam for a can of Monster and 4 gallons of gas, and that'll be my last gig, right? All right, Brian, it's time. And I'm like, oh, here we go. All right, so that's my story of hearing the voice. But Dayna, okay, so here's what we're going to do. As soon as I get my farther than, and Janice says it's true. I'm not arguing with you, sis. I've learned that over all these years, never to argue with Janice. It is true. Accidents happen close to home, right? Or I could have slipped in the shower. So as soon as I get my driving privileges back, I'm coming to Rochester, right? So it's going to be 106.3 FM in Rochester, and it's going to be called The Real Deal with Dayna Lee. I'm fired up about it. And don't forget to let me know, and I'll do some of that Z-list celebrity X, yeah, Y,
I'm
maybe
so
Y
happy.
list celebrity a voiceover for you, and you'll get that in. But congratulations, I think you'll do a great job, especially mixing comedy. And then, you talk about PTSD. I have BTSD, which is just this brain tumor shindig I've been in. But I think you're going to help a ton of people. I think it's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to what we ought to do is have you call in regularly to our morning show, because then we can pitch it there as well. So I think we should do that.
I thank you. And please lay off those nasty soft drinks, especially Monsters, because those do nothing good for you. Please do not be getting your chest up in any way. Just relax before you have to go through this procedure.
I know, but
and,
I know what you're thinking, my friend, that these monsters aren't any good for you. And people say, those monsters will kill you. And I go, no, the brain tumor is going to kill me. But here's the thing.
Right.
Good morning, Henry. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Here's the thing. When I get these monsters, you should know it's the white can, sugar-free, carb-free, all the stuff that you're not supposed to have free. But honestly, and I'm not making this up, every stinking B vitamin that my doctor says you have to have these B vitamins in order to beat this. Every B vitamin right here on the can. Now, I'm not saying go out and
have them give you shots. Have them give you shots of vitamin B.
Oh, can they do that at a Meijer drive-up gas
Do you
station?
see those three lines on Monster? I mean, not to get all crazy about things, but those are the numbers 666 in Hebrew.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, then I'm going to have to switch.
Those things are nothing but disgusting for you.
I'm going to have to switch to Red Bull. But you know why I can't drink Red Bull?
You're missing the point,
You know why I
Brian.
can't drink Red Bull in the morning? I'm so used to having Red Bull with vodka. I'm not sure I could have a Red Bull without the vodka in the background. I'd go, oh, this is horrid tasting. All right, Dayna, we're going to let you run because I'm going to try something new this morning. I'm actually going to try to hit a call time.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
To you, Brian.
All right, my friend, congratulations. Thank you for playing this morning in Low Life's Making Headlines. So look, if you're getting married and a pregnant woman is in your bridesmaids, just be thrilled to the fact that you found someone that would actually marry a person that would worry about a pregnant bridesmaids. I'd get up every morning and go, thank God I found someone to marry me. Dayna Lee, thank you very much. And we'll be looking forward.
day.
You too. Farewell. All right, so thank you, Dayna, for calling in, letting us know. Oh, that's the button I have to hit. So this morning, as I said, fake sugar, Brother Wallman, thank you. He puts all the different symbols there. Yeah, I have to tell you, this honestly, because I said I would stop drinking these months ago, this is an old can of Monster I pulled from the garbage can. So thank you all very much. And in the interest of full disclosure and getting a plug-in, you'd think I'd have Meijer as a sponsor. That's the can that I used this morning, or to get some pop this morning to kind of jumpstart my day. And you'd be surprised how well a job the caffeine does in beating back the headaches. All right, well, thank you all so very much for joining me this morning. We will be back. Don't forget, what do we got? So today must be Tuesday, which means there's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Only 4 live episodes left after this, and then a week from the day, I head on in, and they're going to spackle or put some dirt or whatever they're going to do to try to stem this leak. That goes down 1 week from today. Oh, and we have another special call-in guest tomorrow for another version of Low Life's Making Headlines. We're going to be doing that tomorrow morning, and Wayne Noel will be calling in. It was kind of easy for him because he does all the technical stuff, so he'll just pick up the bat phone. We have a bat phone here into the studio, so if anything goes wrong, he can just call me on this line. So he'll be picking up the bat phone, calling in. Dayna, thank you. Oh, health risks. The health risk. Thank you, Dayna. And maybe, Dayna, you could have my sister Janice on the show and combine the health risks of drinking Monster while driving within 1 mile of your home. See, I got that going for me. That's good, right? Maybe we could do a study on that. I thought, would you do me a favor, Dayna, if you're still here, put the link up to your show as opposed to the link to the Monster. Yeah, and everyone piling on with how bad Monster is. So much for getting them as a client, right? Well, but it's a good thing now if Dayna says it's something bad about it, then Janice says I'm in. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so very much. And remember, bring your own bowl. Have some fun in life. One of the things, and maybe we can address this tomorrow, it wouldn't be good for you. I know, to have you and Janice tag team against me, drinking Monster within 1 mile of your home. It's a good thing I don't believe in running stop signs. What could possibly happen? Yes, you two. Yes, you two would be an excellent tag team in kicking my butt. Not that one of you individually couldn't do it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging hanging out. If you need anything, give me a holler today. You know how to do so. If you're one of the ones that knows how to get a hold of me, please do. And what am I supposed to say here? Oh, here we go with the close. All right, let's just try this.
You've been listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy.
Join us live every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern.
Also, check us out around the clock at allnaturalbeing.com.
Until then, always remember to bring your own bold.
All right, I'm off by 3 seconds. Can you believe that?